Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and in this video I've got 3 replays for you on the tier 10 medium French tank, the Batchat 25T. So the Batchat, its unique feature is that it has it's an auto loader, and you've got 5 shots in your clip. So yeah, first replay, obviously I'm going to show you the equipment setup, which you can see in the top right hand corner. We run optics, vents, no optics, vert stabs and camo net, along with born leader, rapid reload, sixth sense, steady aim, situational awareness, muffled shot, camouflage expertise, green thumb and run and gun. So yeah, I run sort of pretty much a full camo setup on this tank. Now, apologies. First off, we have the first replay is from the Xbox replay system, which I do apologise for. It's frustrating because whenever sort of my recording setup fails, I have to go with using the Xbox system, which I really hate, to be fair. But equally, it's hard because I don't have the time, obviously, to play tanks sort of on a daily basis. Put in the hours to actually just say, we'll get rid of this replay and use a proper replay. So yeah, it's needs must, unfortunately. But we are on Westfield and we've come up to the usual position, which is sort of right in the middle of the map. We're on the good spawn and we are essentially lighting up the cross. Now, we hung around a little bit too long there, and we did get shot by something that was across the way. Really, you should be just sort of getting out there as soon as you're lit, but if you're greedy like me, then naturally you're gonna sort of sit there and you're gonna try and get a few more shots in. But the fact is, really, you want to just be getting out there and getting safe, because you don't want to be losing all your hit points, really, not at the start of the game anyway. But we've got a few shots in there to some of the tanks that were sort of across the way. However, the enemy Batchat has sort of gone YOLOing in and is trying to take out our light tank, which it does do successfully. Now, I think we're sort of trying to line up a shot here. We might be on reload, actually, which is probably why we've not taken a shot. But ideally, I would have liked to have got rid of that Batchat. But yeah, unfortunately, he does get away. Now, he does get lit up again by our light tank, and that time we do take him out. We've done the right thing there, because obviously the Batchat is, it's got really good camo and really good view range. So it's one of those that if you don't have light tanks in the game, you can end up just playing like the light tank role. It does, it's very versatile and it can do that job quite effectively. So, it's got those unique features, and like I say, it's got the mobility as well. You can see you sort of get out quite quickly. So yeah, it's got great it's got great capabilities for spotting, basically, and that's precisely what we're doing here. Our light tank is now dead. Their light tank is alive, so I have to be aware of that, because the last thing I want to do is get out spotted by the light tank and then obviously take damage. I'm pretty much the eyes of the team now, and so I need to keep alive, basically, so I can spot for our team. But we've done a pretty good job here. We're 4 tanks ahead, so I noticed the light tank is now on the other side, and I'm going to try and get some shots in. It's enemy Manticore, by the way, so yeah, that tank it's going to outspot me pretty much every time, if it's staying still. There's also a tank coming in here, and I think I'm on reload. Yeah, I've sort of dumped my clip and I'm on reload now, so I'm just getting out of this position because obviously there's a heavy tank YOLOing across the way. We've got a heavy tank in the middle, and there's also a tank destroyer on the other way that's a little bit isolated. This machine is just sort of YOLOing around. The T95 manages to take him out, and that puts the enemy down to 5 tanks. So initially we've not really done much in this video, to be honest. We just kind of hung around the middle, just sort of trying to sort of light up what we can. We did get outspotted by the waffle there, which is understandable because the waffle has fantastic camo. So, you know, I expect that kind of thing, but we have lit him up and we get a shot in there. We wasn't gonna, I think we're looking to finish him off. We could potentially get a shot in there, and we do. We pick up a kill on the waffle there. Artillery was looking at us. We've now spotted, I think it's a light tank that's actually AFK in the base. So they actually have 2 more light tanks. For some reason I thought there was only 1 light tank on the enemy team, but apparently there was, I think there's 3 in total in this game. And there's another Manticore. He's managed to get a shot into us, which is a little bit annoying, but we're going to get out there and we're just sort of going to get safe now. I think we're on reload at this point as well. Artillery has now been spotted. He gets a shot, and there's a medium down there as well that also gets shot. The enemy Manticore has actually been taken out, so all that's left is basically the well, it was the artillery. He's been just taken out. Now there's this PTA, and they both get taken out there. So it picks up. We pick up the victory there, and we get 4.6k damage, picking up 2 kills in the process, and you can see there 5.3k assists. So sort of a nice start to the game. We got first class badge there. And yeah, like I say, it's just sort of highlighting what you can do with the bat chat when you get maps such as Westfield, where you can just sort of sit and light up the enemy in the middle there. So anyway, moving on to the second replay, and we're on LR Main. So another great map for the bat chat. We're in sort of a good. I prefer this spawn as well, because here I think, you know, we can get to the middle and we can light up the cross. I think this side gives you that better advantage of doing that than the other side. The other side would still come to the middle to counter anybody that was doing what I was going to do, you know, from this side. So you can see we're sort of moving in. We've got we're platooned up with Mass and Kingpin. I'm not sure who's playing what, but one of them's in tank destroyer and the other one's in a medium tank. I'm sure we'll find out shortly. So yeah, we have those 2 in our company, and hopefully we can sort of get to the middle and, you know, start lighting some tanks up for him. However, the Rheinmetall has done exactly what I would do if I was on the other spawn, and has come to this position and is being a nuisance and lighting tanks up. We're trying to sneak a shot on the AMX-50B that has got up on the ridge there, but kind of didn't really pay off there. The the accuracy of the bat isn't too bad. It's just that the aim time is obviously quite slow. You can see there, I think the aim time's like 2.5 seconds. So yeah, it's a bit of a nightmare. You have to sort of let it aim in before you take the shot, and obviously long distance as well also doesn't really help. We've decided to go on reload though, because nothing was really presenting itself with a shot, and I just sort of wanted to get a full clip in. I think that's quite important. If you know, if ever you're sort of in a point where you're not really, if you don't have any shots, just dump the reload, because you know, that way, you know, you can relocate, and while you're relocating you've got the reload off, and then you can put yourself in a position where you can potentially you can either catch tank off guard and clip them out, or you can just sort of get to a far away position where you can just put all your shots into a tank or 2 or 3 tanks that are potentially camping at the back of the map or somewhere else. So anyway, we finished our reload. We see this Rheinmetall that was lighting us up at the start of the game. We managed to get a shot into him, but we only get the 1 shot. I think my thoughts was I was potentially going to sort of maybe try and play the 0 line, spot up stuff at the back, and you know, get some shots into anything that was sort of lit up. at the back there or out in the open. But yeah, the Ryman tiles obviously stopped me from doing that, so I kind of don't really have that option at the moment. We've got some tanks here. There's a Waffle E100 which I don't want to engage with, because the Waffle E100, obviously as we all know, has a fantastic clip with, well, fantastic intro clip, shall I say, and that's just not going to end well. So we're not going to engage in that. We've popped up here with our sort of friendly TD. It's kind of blocking his shot there a little bit, so I didn't want to sort of sit there and be that guy. Kingpin, unfortunately, has been taken out. He's playing the AX. He's just been taken out on the other side. And yeah, I mean, there wasn't really much opportunity on the other side for me to do anything, either spotting or damage. So I kind of just sort of left Mass to it to just sort of look after himself while I try and sort of clear up this siding and sort of get some opportunities. And you see what, that's exactly what's happened. I've managed to get 3 shots into the Waffle E100, taking him out, and I've also managed to take out their light tanks. So now we have the advantage, because we've actually got both light tanks out of the game now, our side and theirs. So again, I'm in a position now where I can start being the eyes for the team, and that's exactly what's happened. I've gone to sort of this position, I've pushed down the 0 line, we spotted up that FE, who then gets quickly taken out by the Turan. So this is my play now. It's going to be sort of quite an aggressive push. I'm not going to go into the base because I don't want the enemy to know that there is anybody around this area. If we go into the base, then that's my cover pretty much blown. I might as well just drive out in the open and wave hello, and let my presence be known, because that's essentially what you're doing if you're driving the camp. It's not a good idea. We're being lit and targeted here, which I'm assuming is this medium tank that's here. Unfortunately, Mass has been taken out, and by the looks of it, it seems to me that right hand side, or that one line flank, is now falling, or will fall in in no time at all. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to rush in on this medium tank and completely make a hash of shooting him, because RBRT is hit and miss with the bat chat. Then this leopard just comes out of nowhere, and again we make a complete hash of that, but we manage to compose ourselves and we get the shot in, and we manage to take him out. So we're up to 4 kills now, and like I say, we've got rid of the E6 and we've got rid of the Leopard 1. 2 pretty dangerous medium tanks, to be fair. They're pretty decent, so I wanted to get rid of them. You can see we've got a TD and a medium tank actually capping their base. So essentially what we can do here is we can just sort of sit, and we can, and I think I'm going to sort of, I thought, I'm going to get into a position where I can catch these guys on the cross, because I know they're going to come back, and they need to come back and reset the base. So essentially what I'm doing here is I'm kind of using the medium and the TD as bait. Some people may think, well, why didn't you go in the cap? Again, you're just advertising your whereabouts, really, and yeah, I just personally think you sit in the cap, these tanks are going to pop up. I mean, you see his grill here, the grill can just move over into a quick position, wait for us to be lit, and just farm. I just thought this was a better play, and you can see we take out the grill there. We've got 1 shot left, and we're just dumping the clip, getting on reload. Centauro gets lit and gets taken out by the Turan. I'm not actually sure what this Turan is doing. He's just gone full let's go YOLO, and why? I don't get it. Don't do that. It's not the right play. It really isn't. We're just being cautious here. We're just trying to use these rocks on our left as cover, whilst we're sort of hanging out in the open. You can see we're nearly capping out. The Turan then pops out. He hangs out. We get a nice shot, setting him on fire, and unfortunately, that is it. We actually cap out, and that's quite frustrating because we just picked up our 6th kill, and had we not capped out, we potentially could have got a Radley's there. So a bit frustrating, but at the end of the day, we get the victory, which is the main thing. We're picking up 4.3k damage with 3k assist, 6 kills, like I said, giving us the top gun. We got the first class medal. Like I said, 2 more kills I think would more than likely have got us the ace tanker, but like I say, it is what it is. We got the win, and that's all that matters. So anyway, we are on to the final replay now, and we're on Pearl River, and we have Kingpin in the Waffle E100, who's gonna sort of back us up, hopefully. And yeah, so Pearl River, we're on, I would say, the better spawn again, because we've got the sort of this ramp that we can get up here. There is a ramp on the other side, but I think it feels a lot more tricky to get up than this one does. But yeah, we've managed to sort of get to the middle here. You don't have to go through the middle and potentially get shot by tanks that obviously come through the middle. Like, you can see we've got heavy tanks and tank destroyers going up that way. So yeah, we've come up here. Pardon me. And already we've just been YOLO'd by this Barask, and yeah, that's not good, because that Barask has just basically taken a shed load of hit points off of us, and has put us just over 1,000 hit points now, which isn't ideal. Kind of wasn't really expecting that. So we're just going to sort of come around here, and we're going to get some shots into, well, we were trying to get some shots into that Tortoise. We do manage to get one shot in, but then he gets behind cover. So that's a bit unfortunate. Should have mentioned actually the ammo type that we have on the back chat. So you have, you just have APCR and you have heat rounds. So your APCR is your standard and your heat rounds are your premium. Now, the bat doesn't really get much ammo, which is one of its limitations, I think. Yeah, I think it's, was it just 40 or 45 rounds now? I can't actually remember off the life of me. 40 rounds, sorry. So yeah, I always keep a split of 35 standard and 5 heat rounds. So yeah, the APCR, it can be obviously tricky at times, because you can, long range distance, you'll lose, you'll lose sort of penetration values on those rounds at distance. So that's why I sort of first shot bounced off the Tortoise there. But it doesn't really matter. We managed to get a shot in, and now we're just trying to sort of hover around. There's a lot of tanks in the middle here, so maybe I sort of could have played a different area. I don't know, but we sort of poked another shot into that Tortoise there, and we tracked him up. We've just lit another tank there. We were just sort of trying to poke to see if we could potentially get some shots in. But then we luckily dodged a shot as well that just come in from a tank blind there. So that tells me that there's something else at the back there that I need to be wary of. There's 2 tanks in the cap, and we've come over to this side to just try and... It's a bit of a sort of a patient game, this one. It's kind of like, we're just moving around just to try and see where we can get shots in. And that's the good advantage of the bat, is you can do that. When we see the tank at the back there, I think that might have been what actually tried shooting me earlier, and he's out in the open, and bless him. We get quite a few shots in there. He just manages to get out there. I don't think I would have killed him with the last shot, but we pretty much put him down to a 2-shot now, potentially a 1-shot for something else. He's got a little bit better alpha than what I have, but yeah, we've got some nice damage in there. Only putting us to 2k damage, but like I say, it's been a bit of a slow-paced game at the moment, just because a lot of stuff is either at the back or over to the side. And with Pearl River, I don't want to commit to the other side, because it's not really going to work out that well for me, I don't think. Like I say, I just want to play the patient game, want to play off sort of my friendly tanks that are sort of, like this light tank is starting to make a move now. So I'm going to sort of stay here. I'm going to try and see if there's anything, that lights up at the back that I could potentially get shots on. Unfortunately, Kingpin has just been taken out by their Bulldog, which is a bit of a shame. Because we don't have his support now, but I'm just gonna at this point try and sort of make moves of my own now and get into sort of a different location, because the middle spot just wasn't working, and we've moved around and we think actually I say it's paid dividends. We tried getting a shot there, but unfortunately we bounced. But now there's a tank in front of us, and it's the ISU 130, which we managed to take out. We were lucky that we actually dodged a shot there from him, and obviously he's on a long reload, so we managed to take him out. Get a couple of shots into the E4 that's crossing there, which is good. He then gets taken out by our friendly tank destroyer. Again, another dangerous tank that's out of the game, so we're glad we managed to put a few shots in there. You can see this Wizzy tank destroyer. We may well have some shots on this guy shortly, I'm not sure, but he's just taken a huge slap, I believe, from probably the FE 4005 or something that's something of that caliber. But we are now reloaded, and we're just staying behind the bushes, using that good concealment. We do get lit somehow, I'm not really sure what from, but we've popped some shots in there. We're still being targeted by something, and I'm surprised I didn't get shot. It might just be that someone is close by and just sort of trying to light us up. Could be that Fatherland from earlier, but I'm not sure. But we've poked back now into cover, and we're just going to get our reload off for the time being. Focusing on the map just to try and see what my next move should be. The scores are quite even, it's 7-8, so the red team have the advantage, but only by one tank, and that could quickly change. But like I say, going to get a reload off here, and I possibly could have relocated a little while ago rather than sit there. But I think, again, I was just sort of trying to be cautious and just trying to sort of plan a little bit probably too methodically, to be fair. So now we're moving around. We've got a full clip, so we're ready to sort of put some shots into anybody that we come across. I'm taking the cautious route. And here's the Fatherland that we sort of put some shots in earlier, and this is the guy that I was kind of anticipating that was going to be here. There's still tanks on, or one tank on the cap, but it says to me that there's still sort of quite a few tanks around there. Now this medium tank has just come out of nowhere. I'm not sure what that is, but we managed to get a shot into him, putting him on a one shot. So yeah, he's making his way around there now. We can see the light tank, and we've put him down to a one shot. I take a blind fire there, and we managed to take him out. That was the guy that took out Kingpin, so a nice bit of retribution for him there. And that also takes the light tank out of the game, which will do us a favour. We tried sneaking a shot into that tank destroyer that was slightly peeking there, but unfortunately the shot didn't quite connect, and we forced another reload. And you can see now it's 5-all. Again, still a very close game. Only sort of the odd tank dying here and there. It's not like it's not like the game's going to complete pieces. And we've nearly sort of pushed our reload here, and I'm gonna try and see if I can see if there's anything in these sort of little gullies here. Now it's a 4v3, unfortunately, so again we've got to sort of be a little bit careful here. And we can see, I think this is the Earthshaker, and I'm sort of going to try and sort of make moves here and try and see if I can light stuff up. I think this is the plan I was going to make, was try and get some vision for the artillery and see if artillery can put some shots into these guys, soften them up, and hopefully put them down to a one shot for us. And we need to be careful because there's a Death Star still in the game. Now there's 2 tanks on cap, so we can see the fatherland there that we were sort of getting shots into earlier. Tried seeing if I could potentially squeeze a shot into his bottom plate there, but yeah, that was really well angled, so that wasn't really going to sort of pay off. Backing up to another position now, we see we see one tank there where we get a shot into, which was the Emil, and then we sneak a shot into the Death Star. We got 2 shots into the clip there. I'm just waiting for my 6th sense to go off, and I'm trying to see. I was hoping I could potentially add a bit of space to back up and get beyond that bush, but there's rocks in the way, so just gonna gradually poke here and see if I can get some shots. That fatherland is being an absolute pain though. But we do see the Death Star there, and we sneak a shot into him, and we've got 1 shot in the clip. There's only sort of 25 seconds left on the cap, so I really need to get a shot off. The FB takes out the Earthshaker. We poke out, but unfortunately the Death Star is looking at that side, and I was trying to be clever there, and I was trying to I was hoping the Death Star would still be aimed where I pointed out, and I could potentially just sneak out and get a shot. I needed to do it because I had to try and reset the cap, but yeah, mate, I don't know, it's just unfortunate really that Death Star was looking at the right side. But there we go, we don't get the win unfortunately, but we did have one heck of a game. It was just real close at the end here. You can see we got 3 kills, 6.7k damage, 1.6k assists, picking up the first class in the high caliber. I have no doubt if we won that game, that more than likely would have been an ace. So yeah, it was just really unfortunate there. But anyway guys, that is it for the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like and subscribe, as it really does help the channel. And as always, I'll catch you next time.